Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Excuse me, Mr. Chairman. Mr. Prince, did you want to respond to what was just said?
That wasn't a question, that was a statement, and the member isn't.
Well, I know, but when an allegation...
Mr. Duncan is recognized.
Mr. Chairman, when an allegation...
Mr. Duncan is recognized. You're using his time.
I'll get him back, Mr. Burton. That's all right.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. The Washington Post reported yesterday, it said Army General David H. Petraeus, the top U.S. commander in Baghdad, overseeing more than 160,000 troops, makes roughly $180,000 a year, or some $493 a day. That comes out to less than half the fee charged by Blackwater for its senior manager of a 34-man security team. Our committee memorandum says using Blackwater instead of U.S. troops to protect embassy officials is expensive. That's putting it lightly. Blackwater charges the government $1,222 per day for the services of a private military contractor. This is equivalent to $445,000 per year, over 6 times more than the cost of an equivalent U.S. soldier. This war has produced some of the most lavish, most fiscally excessive, most exorbitantly profitable contracts in the history of the world. And it seems to me that fiscal conservatives should feel no obligation to defend this type of contracting. In fact, it seems to me that fiscal conservatives should be the ones most horrified by this. And I notice in the table that Blackwater's contracting has gone from $25 million in 2003, $48 million in 2004 to $593 million in 2006. If we are going to be there another 10 years, as some have said, I surely hope that we're not going to continue to see these types of ridiculously excessive increases in the contracts that are being handed out. I also noticed that Blackwater is a subsidiary of the Prince Group Holdings, and that another one of the holdings of that firm is Presidential Airways, an aviation company that has held a contract with the U.S. Air Force Air Mobility Command. Mr. Prince, can you tell me what percentage of Prince Group Holdings it comes from federal contracts of all or any types?
Could you say the question again? Sorry, I didn't quite hear you.
Can you tell me, I don't know what all companies are in, I don't know all the companies that are in your Prince Group Holdings. Apparently there is a Presidential Airways. I don't know how many other companies there are. What I'm wondering about is how much of Prince Group Holdings comes from federal contracts of any and all types.
Most of Prince Group Holdings come from federal contracts. But if I could just come back and answer your statement about prices that we charge, that $1,222.
When you say most, does that mean 100%?
No.
Rough guess, what percentage?
Rough guess, 90%.
90%. Do you still have a contract with Presidential Airways with the Air Force Mobility Command?
Yes, sir.
And rough guess, how much is that contract each year?
I don't know what the exact number is, sir. It's for 8 aircraft right now. I don't know what they price out at.
What other companies are in Prince Group Holdings?
There's a long list. I've got a manufacturing business that has nothing to do with federal stuff, and we make pieces and parts for automotive, appliance, industrial power. We compete against the likes of the Japanese and Koreans and European companies every day.
All right.
But if I could just answer the question about how much we should have received, this, I don't know if you've seen that. It lays out base year bill rates for an average security guy. Base year is $981, not $1,222. And our profit on that projected to be 10.4%, nothing higher. And on top of that, I can tell you we have 3 helicopters that have been shot down this year. Little Bird, 2 Bell 412s. Those are company helicopters, and when they go down, that comes out of our hide. We have to self-insure on those. So the risks we take, the financial risks whenever an aircraft is doing a mission for the State Department or responding to some medevac need above and beyond the statement of our contract, trying to pull a U.S. soldier out of a bad wounded situation. We take that risk as a company, and our guys do themselves at great personal peril. So
right,
it is not just about the money. We're a business. We try to be efficient and excellent and deliver a good service. We're happy to have that argument, sir, about, not the argument, the discussion. Sponsor an activity-based cost study. What would it cost the Diplomatic Security Service to bring all those folks in-house as staff? Look at it. We're happy to have that argument. If government doesn't want us to do this, we'll go do something else. But there's plenty of case to be made and plenty of spreadsheets to be analyzed.
Gentleman's time has expired.